Hi Sagittarius, it's June. Let's get you a message for the month. So I can already see that there's some sort of transformation already happening in your life because the Death card is all about transformation and it's in reverse. It's really making me feel that like this has been a very slow process and it's been going on for a while. I'll say years, some sort of transition going on for years. And with the Knight of Wands in reverse, it's encouraging you to embrace that slow pace and even make it go slower if possible, whatever this transition is. And involved in this, it's like you're coming into the start of the cup suit. You're coming into some kind of journey, a new beginning with love. I can't help but think with the baby here, the different generations, it could be welcoming a new member of the family, whether that's fur babies or human babies. I mean, it could be any kind of connection that you're just starting a new journey with that. Yeah, that's all I can say for now. Ooh. Yeah, there's a bit of the cards and a bit of my empathic feeling that I felt something in my chest that like this is going to, it is a new connection journey, and so it's going to invoke some emotional experiences in you as well. I wouldn't say it's bad. I would say it's like pushing on, like widening the spectrum of your emotional experience in some way. And especially with the High Priestess, how do I say this? It's like you're integrating this empathic, like emotional experience into the existing ways that you already see the world. So I see that you're already spiritually connected and as well as connected into the physical world. But with this new journey, yeah, all I can say is it feels like you're weaving a string of golden like threads of emotions into the tapestry of the spirit and the physical. And I feel like this is like a big step on towards your masterpiece of life in some way. I can't really like explain it, but it feels very big. For this, I feel like there's something to do with your career here, especially because the Two of Pentacles is standing out, and that's all about like career. It could be studies too. And I feel like you're bringing two things together that seem like they don't belong together. And I'm going to read these two as the two things that don't seem like they belong together. Because these are in reverse, it's making me think that it's you're creating something from the two, and it's challenging you to not think of them the current way that you think of them. So let me backtrack. These two things that you're integrating in a unique way, in a material way for your career or for your studies, one of them is all about navigating in a methodical way, step by step, laying out the plan. And the other one is all about using like your like inherent talents. Like you have a sophisticated set of talents of people skills, I'll say. So your people skills here, that's very like mature, and it comes naturally to you. And here you have like planning skills. These are the things that you're combining: the planning, the methodical planning, and the people skills. But because it's in reverse, it's like saying it's going to come out in a way that you don't really expect. I'm gonna pull a card to see if we can get more info. Okay, you get more more than one card with that. So you're weaving your planning and your people skills, and there's some kind of difficult choice that you're making. It's a hard choice, but a necessary choice that will be kind of bittersweet, leave you a little bit brokenhearted. I see you getting stressed out about this, but ultimately, like, it needs to be done. That's like what the Ten of Swords is all about. It's like there's nowhere else to go. Like, one way or the other, this has to happen. And I see it flipping your foundation, flipping the world as you know it in some way. That's crazy. I'm gonna try to tap in and see like what actually is going on with this. So I'm seeing like a big community swimming pool. So it makes me think that, especially with the summer months, that maybe you're coordinating some kind of like summer camp or community activity. That would make sense with your people skills and your planning skills. The difficult choice, I don't see that. Maybe you already know what it is, but I think that it arises in its own time. It's something that has to be done, and you are making the right decision. That's why this is coming up right now, to assure you of how difficult this decision is, and to assure you that, especially with your High Priestess and your Empress abilities, that you can trust yourself. That's what's coming through. You can trust yourself to make the responsible, the mature, the adult decision here. Interesting. I'm going to see how this Oracle card brings things together. Passion flower. Interesting. This is 31 and you have 13 here. Something important with the 1 and 3s. Passion flower, I am courageous. Passion flower invites you to acknowledge what is new and unknown within you, gently unfurling to climb and wind its way to new heights. In the world of herbalism, passion flower is an ally for soothing the nerves and helps to unwind the fixated mind. Witness your inner dialogue and assess whether certain repeating thought patterns truly serve you. With its otherworldly blossoms, passion flower teaches you that each new adventure may begin with mystery as you navigate towards new possibilities. That's what I felt here. The new adventure that you're starting with this connection, and it wasn't clear to me how and how it connects here, but it looks like that mystery, navigating towards new possibilities, is part of that key message to you, that you don't necessarily know what's coming up next, but you can trust yourself that it's meant for you and that you'll navigate everything just fine in the way that you hope that you will. This flower friend holds you within the realm of infinite potential and asks you to cultivate your courage. You can find inspiration in its ever-reaching vines, in the ways they twist and twine beyond many obstacles in pursuit of growth. It is time for you to reach toward uncharted domains and beyond the spaces you've grown used to. And your prompt is, where in my life could I use a bit of courage to ensure I continue on my growth journey? Okay, so this transition is feeling a little bit uncomfortable because it's in service of your growth. Like I said, you're starting on this new ace suit, so starting with the Ace of Cups, or sorry, the Cup suit, starting with the Ace of Cups, and the Two of Cups, and the 3. You're going on a beautiful adventure in that direction, in terms of like your emotional connections, your spiritual connections, the way you move through the world in that way, because you've got other things down. I feel like you've got things in the material, in the mental, down, but this is the one that's for you next, and it's going to feel a little bit uncomfortable. It's a little bit growing pains, and you're starting this now in June, but it's ultimately going to serve you so well. I think you really need a medicine oracle card. So you're getting here, walk in a good way, realign. Yes, this is in service of realigning you. I would say it's a micro adjustment. It's not like a significant realignment shift for you. It's more that you've been walking in the right direction, but now you get the gifts of like feeling the beauty of that. You're going to feel like the world in a different way. You're not just walking this road anymore. You're feeling the grass. You know, you're feeling the scent of the air as it hits your skin. Like, I think your senses are going to be so heightened at this time, especially with the High Priestess. Yeah, I feel like this is a cool kind of like portal for you and in your growth. So all I can feel is really like open yourself to this. Trust yourself with this. It's meant for you, and you're going to like step into the person that you're meant to become. And it all is happening in a significant way starting in June. Hi Capricorn, a June message for you. So there is going to be some intense healing energies happening for you in the best way, around healing something around your relationships and your sense of stability, particularly your sense of financial independence. Something is, you're either going to have an insight, or I think it's more of like a river of this healing energy is just going to pull you through regarding relationships and yeah, that sense of independence. So it could be like you've been having struggling with like codependency in your relationship, feeling that you won't survive in a physical way outside of the relationship. This is really what's changing for you, and I really feel like you're stepping into your financial independence, your sense of financial self as a Capricorn. When I say financial, it also could mean like career, whatever gives you that financial sense of security. For some people, it could also be that you've had a business partnership with a romantic partner that has kind of like locked you in an uncomfortable way into the relationship, and like there could be some, like, for some people, disharmony in that relationship, and now that affects your financial stability as well. There's definitely going to be something healing here for you so that you can step into your power as a Capricorn, which you do have these innate qualities to become independently successful. And yeah, this is going to be a key time for you. I keep getting drawn to these tiny little ladybugs on the Two of Cups, and I see this as you have a lot of luck with this. For one, you have a lot of invisible guidance on your side. But I also see that someone is coming into your life that maybe can relate to your struggles, and that you're going to be connecting with in a very supporting and caring way through this ordeal. So you're not going to be alone in this at all. Yeah, this is a fresh start for you, and you're going to have your voice heard. you're going to have your truth heard where it wasn't heard before. I feel like voice is an important factor in this dynamic. And also, you're going to be breaking yourself, walking away from this toxic situation in which somebody was like overpowering your voice by like using their voice excessively over yours. This could look like dismissing your ideas or your perspective. It could be like gaslighting you. And you're really calling this out now. And like I said, you're finding your sense of independence and being able to walk away from this situation, trusting the fall into this new this new stage of your life. And like I said, you'll be making the right connections along the way. So this is a lot. I mean, everyone's been having pretty intense readings in June. So this is big for you too. Wow. So there's more than one person that you're kind of setting your boundaries with here. There's actually, with the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords reverse, it makes me think this could be, of course, multiple people, more than just a partnership, showing up in your life in different capacities, like maybe a partnership at home, maybe like a problematic supervisor at work. You're experiencing this in multiple ways and in multiple times of your life. And now is the time that you are invited to kind of edit that plot from your script, basically. It could be for some people that these are two parents or caretakers that have kind of like they feed into each other's perception. They like support each other in their like gaslighting of you. And so it's very difficult because it's basically like you against a wall of people who share the same kind of toxic perspective against you. And it's hard to break that narrative. I've seen this happen, for example, where like say some kind of like unjust thing happened to someone in a family, and it was very painful for that person, especially like in childhood where you don't have a voice really, and then it just kind of becomes a family joke at the expense of the person who suffered. Like, I've seen this happen a lot. And so it really depends on like who has the narrative, right? How things are framed. And it's often like the adults or whoever has the authority constructs that and can construct it in a way in which it plays out as them as the protagonist, right? So for some people, I feel like that's resonating for you on your individual experiences. And so that's just validation for you on that. So you're also getting here Fox and Return to Source. So with Fox, it's definitely about trusting your instincts, and this is landing next to in between the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. So trusting your instincts with these kind of people, being able to draw your boundaries with these kinds of people when you encounter them again in your life, because it seems like you do encounter them, but you do have the power to draw your boundaries and to call them out. And you're really like being able to step into your power in relating to those people now. And like I said, you're going to be connecting with the right people. You're going to be connecting with a lot of people in wherever you're setting off to. Like maybe some of you are starting college or moving to a new city. There's a lot of possibility on the horizon. And so you just need to follow your instincts of who to trust and who to not, just on a very primal level. You know, if you got red flags, if you got a funny feeling in your tummy, honor that. And that's a message to you about trusting or not trusting the right people. And you will find both. And it, like everyone in life will find both. And you now, as you're healing and getting really close to being fully healed, or no one's ever like fully healed, right? But like you're getting close to the point where you can operate comfortably in connections again. So that's really going to be key for you at this time as you're starting your new adventure. And then with return to source, it says letting go allows me to begin anew. Perfect. And it's landing next to the Fool as well. Completions and endings hold a unique energy, as the final stage in the never-ending cycle of life and death is the last letting go of a life experience. This is the process that brings any creative endeavor to a close. After a time of inspiration, growth, and sharing your gifts, you are being asked to let go of that which has run its course. If something has lost its vital force, but you have kept holding on to it, now is the time to bless and disconnect from it. Give it a proper celebration and burial. Yeah, this is really your time to disconnect, to go and live life for yourself, really. The magic of this stage lies in keeping the faith and belief that in death we return to source. Death here meaning like death of a stage of your life, death of a period of your life that's no longer serving you. A new conception, pregnancy, and birth await you. You are opening up a portal to a new and vibrant endeavors. By releasing what has fulfilled its purpose, you can rest and look forward to fresh possibilities. But right now, you must fully acknowledge the conclusion of this present adventure with gratitude and reverence, and then disengage to honor the ever-going cyclical process. That kind of resonates with what I was saying with healing too. Like it's an ever-going process, but you're really ready to enter a beautiful stage in which it's not as painful anymore, because you're not carrying the same sorts of pain and narrative that you have been regarding your woundings around relationships, close relationships. And your question to reflect on is, what in my life am I no longer inspired by, but continue to put my time and efforts towards? So you can start thinking about like what obligations you've been fulfilling specifically to people in your life that just kind of like you're kind of lukewarm about. You know, you don't have to do those for any reason. You can, it's your life and you can do whatever you want. And so that's up for you to decide what's no longer inspiring you, what's no longer serving you, and having the total validation to completely walk away from that, be your own person and live your own life and find your independence, you know, life, soul, and in the physical world financially as well. And so I'm wishing you so much love on that in June. Hi Aquarius, it's June and let's get you a message. Wow, so I see you stepping down from a leadership role and tossing the dice, so to speak, on your next step. So it's kind of like with the Wheel of Fortune, with the figure blindfolded at the helm. You're kind of like doing a trust fall with the universe. Like you're you're letting the universe carry you to where you need to go. I feel like something happened in the past months where you really tuned in and you're starting to really trust the universe to bring you to the right place. And so with this Eight of Cups in reverse, that's what I'm reading there, is like possibly you're stepping down from this leadership role, but you might be stepping away from whatever that is at. Like, it could be your job, it could be your place of study, and you don't know where you're going next, but you know you're going somewhere. So this is so exciting. I love this. I'm inspired by you. I'm trying to work on trusting the universe as well. Yeah, so you're just skating along. You've made the right decision here. Like, you're just skating along. Things are bringing you to the right place, and there's total success in this. And I feel like people are like scoffing at you for what you're deciding, and they're just like, don't believe that it's going to amount to anything, but you're going to be proving them wrong like very soon. I feel there's a lot of symmetry in these depictions. The Chariot has this victory crown on their head. Like, it's really you see the victory ahead with the star too. You see the stars in the Six of Wands. It could also be like the star card. Like, you have the vision of the way forward. No one else can see this but you follow it, and it becomes reality to everyone's shock. Interesting. I see that you've accomplished this new way of living your life and being in the world after some intense things, some hardships, some healing, and some liberating yourself from your previous worldview. These are all the major things that you've already like worked through, and that's why you're able to trust in this way that really not many people are able to do. And it's fully going to work out in your favor, I have to say. Like, I don't know what you're up to, but sounds really cool. I think, well, you also don't know what you're up to, and I'm not even going to try to tap in because that's the way it's supposed to be, and you're just honoring that, and that's a beautiful thing. Motherwort, number 34. It says, all my cycles are sacred. The grandmother of the garden, Motherwort wields cyclical wisdom, displaying her maiden mother and crone stages, each growing season with the ways her leaves and flowers morph through phases. She is a deep embodiment of feminine seasonal consciousness. Motherwort is here to assist and guide you in tending to your sacred cycles. You are being encouraged to look more deeply at how cycles and patterns show up in your life. There may be certain stages of your personal development process that you like to glorify, ones that you would prefer to forget, and even ones you perhaps find yourself trying to extend beyond the necessary life cycle. Notice how you may embrace or avoid certain aspects and check in with yourself to find the reasons. With deeper inquiry comes deeper integration and a renewed sense of harmony and self-acceptance. Wonderful. Motherwort is here to bring you awareness and walk you forward with a more holistic understanding of your cyclical nature. She illuminates the blessings found in every season, both the internal and the earthly ones. And your prompt is, which of my phases or seasons do I enjoy the most? Which would I skip if I could? I really feel like the message here is that you're really like maturing into some level, like in the physical plane and also spiritually, that you're able to kind of like, see the flow, see the cycles, and accept and embrace all of them. And like, it's, I don't know, it's like to your own victory, like you're winning at this in how you go forward in life as well. And the key thing here is also the integration, like the maiden, mother, crone cycles. I feel like you've come to some kind of perspective on that, in which you don't let it like rule over you so much. So you may be approaching like a significant age that's significant to you in terms of like defining yourself. But I think you're able to like break away from that now a little bit and break away from the expectations of like, say, oh, by the time I'm 30 I should be doing this dot dot dot, and if you don't meet that then it like devastates your narrative. I feel like you're breaking away from that rigidity, but you're more like looking back and saying like, oh, when I was 30 I did this, and you accept that and you honor that, and it becomes beautiful into your narrative in that way. And yeah, you're like, I really would really say self-acceptance is key here, and integration is key here, not only within your own life and what you've experienced, but also with you and the universe in a very spiritual way. You're integrating with the universe as well. So that's pretty amazing for June. You've been like really impressing me lately with all of your readings, Aquarius, in the past few months. There's something major going on with you. It could be like with Pluto in Aquarius as well, I think. Star Nation's ancestors. Let me read this. In our traditional stories, it is said that we come from the stars and we shall return to them. Stars did come up here, the star card. When our time on this planet is done, we travel to the star nations and become part of the beauty of the cosmos. Every night, our relatives and ancestors who have passed on watch down over us, their sparkle bringing light through the darkness. This card brings a message from a loved one who has passed, a relative who meant so much to you. They remind you that while they are no longer present in human form, their spirit lives on in so many ways. See their face in your living relatives and hear the stories they used to tell, now told by the younger generations. Watch for their presence in your dreams and listen for their messages in your times of solitude. Your loved ones from the star nations are close to you, supporting, guiding, and reconnecting to you. The memories and bonds you shared can never be broken. Beautiful. So there's definitely an ancestor that you personally knew, who has passed on, like guiding you, connecting you here. And that's pretty strong, playing into this whole message. As I said, you're integrating into your own narrative, integrating to the universe. You're integrating into your generations, your like family generations, and integrating into connection with your ancestors who are now guiding you through your life. And there's like, everything's coming together in a powerful way. So I feel like there's something even like bigger coming for you next. Like this feels like a very preparatory stage for whatever comes next for you. So that is exciting for June, and I'm wishing you so much love on it. Hi Pisces, a message for you for June. This is so cool. So with the Chariot, it's about integrating two kind of different things and being able to rein them in and harness them to your own power and move forward with them. And I see these two as the two kind of different things you're integrating. So the Queen of Swords is like kind of ruled by logic and truth, clarity, justice, kind of in these realms. And the Star is all about like intuitive flow and like manifestation, visioning in and communicating between the spirit realm and bringing into the physical realm. And you've gained some power here. You've leveled up. I'm tempted to say that you're leveling up all the way in like starting June and going through July. I'm really getting the vibes with that 7 here. And especially here, the Chariot has a star on their helmet. It's really reconnecting me back to the star card. Is there any like symbolism from the Queen of Swords going on? I'm not sure. There's a shield here. But yeah, so it's really speaking to me about you're having like this. You're having these idealistic visions that still can be manifested because of your skills of intellect and logic and truth speaking that you're harnessing at this time. So if you're a student or you're working in a academia or any other capacity where particularly where you need to like argue something or advocate for an issue or like prove a specific set of insights, this is really amazing for you. This is all going to flow so well in June and like I said, July specifically for you. Yeah, if you're going out and doing any research or you need to like make a case, like this is all very powerful energy for you right now. Wow, this is interesting. So I think for some of you don't yet know what this is that you're going to be using your abilities for. It could be something like this where you're a student and you've gained these skills, you recognize that, but you're still like applying for jobs. So you don't know like where life is going to take you, where you actually apply it. But it's definitely going to happen. You see, like I read this figure as like a warrior kind of like walking on an epic journey alone through the forest, like a hero's journey, you know? Like I feel like you're setting out on that, especially with the Chariot. With the 6 of Swords in reverse, there's like multiple things coming in here. There's an internal thing where it's like internally you're moving on from something that you had attachments to before. Like maybe you saw your life going a certain way, but now you realize that it's possible for it to go another way. I also read this as in like the external, like in the physical experience that what was that? It's like you're changing your mind on something. You're changing your opinion on something that you had made previous judgments on. I'm not really sure what that is. I want to pull out the last cards and see if that helped clarify. If not, I'll get another card. Yeah, I want to see. Can we clarify the 6 of Swords? So it's like you're changing your mind and you're changing your perspective. On what though? Maybe it's not meant for me to see. What? You're changing your perspective on? It could be like your spiritual awareness. I'm not sure. This is interesting. There's some symmetry here, right? With the major arcana and the court card, the queen up right here, the major arcana and the queen reversed here. So I'm going to read these as like, I'm reading this as what you're changing your mind on. I think this is the path that you had in mind, that you would become the magician. For some people, this could be like the sciences, or like STEM fields. And you had some kind of idealistic beliefs about like changing the world in a positive way in this field that I think you've changed your mind on this. It could be something like this, like you started off going into STEM and you wanted to help solve like social problems with like science and technology. And then you realized you felt like you didn't really like belong there too cleanly. Like it didn't really click with the way that you thought, and you realize that you can still use that knowledge and that background, but more in this capacity for like I said, it could be like advocacy or making like policy, you know, unearthing insights in like reports, working for an NGO that way. Your idealisms become manifested more in this capacity, and you recognize this in yourself. And with the 10 of Pentacles, this forms the foundation for a lasting career path for you. So you're absolutely right in this shift that you've determined for yourself. Oh, so you're getting the Sun, 11, and Empress, 24. The summer solstice on June 21st will probably be a key date for you. Longest day of the year in the northern hemisphere. Ooh, for Sun it says, I am the light. So I really get the vibes with the Empress too, that you have realized that you're a light worker. If you're not sure what that means, you can kind of Google how people are using that. But I really feel that you are a conduit for bringing in light into the world, in your career and what you do in the world specifically. Like you very much have felt this recently. I think you've been awakened to this, and you're so right, and you're so right on. Yeah. The sun is the earth's life force, providing nourishment, warmth, and light. It shines its spotlight down upon you, reminding you that the time has come to step to the center stage of your own life. This is a call for big, bold declarations and for giving voice to your heart's desires. You are being infused with the courage necessary to speak and draw others' attention towards you. You have a message to share, and with light shining upon you, it is your time to share your truth and gifts with the world. Any fears that arise around this can be witnessed with love and grace. So just give yourself love and grace if you encounter fears with showing yourself. Understanding that your anxious mind only wants to keep you safe. Give it just a moment of your time, and then remind it that you are ready to be known for all your glory. You have a sacred calling, and nothing will stop you from stepping forward and living it. What in my life wants to be illuminated? And then here you are as the Empress, stepping forward and illuminating whatever message you have. I also realized that you have the star, the sun, and the moon. So incredible, like celestial alignment happening for you. You might want to like look into like whatever like horoscopes or astrological happenings are going on. Like this seems to be a key time of alignment for you. It's very powerful. So the Empress says, I see the highest path, stepping back from the demands and endless expectations that she will continually provide for others. The Empress brings a distinctive approach to the feminine wisdom of care and boundaries. She embodies the sense of one surveying her queendom, carefully taking stock of what flows and what or who has to go. The Empress imbues nurturance in unique ways, seeking stability between what's right for her and what's best for the collective. Deeply connected to the one true Great Mother, Mother Earth, she prioritizes being in equilibrium and so calls on you to create balanced dynamics in your own life. That made me think that you might actually be in some sort of like environmental justice capacity. The Empress is a reminder that the choices to say no, step back from a partnership, and speak confidently about your needs are all steeped in sacred sovereignty. Your self-confidence and decision-making can be strengthened by spending time in communion with the earth as you step outside daily happenings to remember the big picture. Feel the interconnectedness and harmony that exists within the natural world. And your prompt is, where do I need to stop questioning myself and trust I have the right answer within me? Interesting. So like this is kind of like Empress and High Priestess vibes happening here, like your higher self coming in and integrating with you in the physical. Very much what's happening here with the Queen of Swords and the Star, right? Everything coming together to move things forward and whatever you're trying to accomplish. And I feel like you're fully aware of what it is you're trying to accomplish, so I'll just leave it there. And I'm wishing you so much love in June. Hi Aries, let's get you a message for June. So I see here we're centering on the home, and you see this fire in the hearth? It's like the 10 of Wands fire is in them. It's like there's something out of balance for the home in you that's kind of burning over time. You're definitely overburdened in your home area. Maybe there's something happening where like the weight of the home life duties are like falling more on you for some reason. It could be caretaking, could be childcare, it could be like just the day-to-day like cleaning and bills and whatnot. And it's just like you yourself can't even you're not having time for yourself. You're not having time to like nourish yourself and be in your balanced energy as the Queen of Cups. So this is kind of I think this has been building up, and it's kind of coming to a head in June. So I think that you're going to be like faced with doing something about it in June. So I see that you don't have a ton of support on resolving this, and it's leaving you kind of unsure of how to go forward with this. Since the Two of Swords is in reverse, which is that lack of clarity, it's in reverse, that means that you will be getting some clarity on how to go forward with this in June. And I'm really being drawn to this moth, and I believe it's called the moon moth. So the new moon in June or the full moon in June, you can look up when those are, might be key times for you to say what you need to say, I feel like, or tap in and get more of a plan down of what you're gonna do about this. So this is something that's not new to your life. This is kind of a repeating pattern from way back in your life, and you're being invited to break that pattern now and step into your power. Step into the place that you deserve. Basically, I'll just say it plainly, like, not this doormat, like not this dumping ground where people just bring their problems and like let you solve them. It's like, no. And I've felt this word hovering around the whole reading. It's about boundary building. It's about you stepping into like the powerful queen, the powerful priestess that you are, and saying like, you know, I need my space to do my thing too. Everyone needs to take responsibility over their own stuff. I feel like the 6 is key. I feel like there may be 6 people in your life that like you're kind of keeping things running for them all. That's just like way too many people. I feel like I feel like I want to connect with you bluntly. Like, you deserve this time to take back. It's like the High Priestess holding the lockbox. Like, take back your time, take back your essence, And I'm feeling that the star card reversed is inside of this box. And once you set those boundaries and take your time back for yourself to do what you need, what you want, to realize who you are again, I feel like there's some kind of like deeply held wish that's going to start to manifest for you. This all starts with you setting your boundaries and saying, like, I deserve more. I deserve what's rightfully my time and my space. And there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, this is all about you just doing that for yourself. "13 moons." So there's something significant with the timing of 1 year. I'm not sure yet what that is. Maybe you know something that's been going on for 1 year, or something that's starting now, and you expect something to occur in 1 year. But let me read the description to see what comes through. Ooh, it says, "I trust my inner wisdom," and it's landing right above the High Priestess, which is all about trusting your inner wisdom, because you do have like vast reservoirs of inner wisdom to tap into and trust. Trust is the key here. "Immerse yourself in the wisdom of the old ways of tracking time. The 13 moon calendar reconnects you to the sacred cycles within the wheel of the year. This exploration of time holds the power to reconnect you with the intuitive experience of a life lived in close communion with nature's cycles. This is a reckoning of your innate power, of your intuitive guidance that has never left you. You can rest assured that an abundance of inner knowledge resides within you now, awaiting your awakening and remembering." So cool that these cards are really lining up. That's the abundance within you, just waiting to be unlocked. "You are being called back into harmony with nature's rhythms to help navigate your current experience and soothe you." I just got the download that some of you are struggling with sleep and like your circadian rhythm with that. And so this reconnecting with yourself, making time for yourself, is going to be really essential for that. "You may find comfort in exploring your ancestry back to the ages of those who may have lived in alignment with the lunar calendar. These ancestors hold keys to earth-based practices that will help reawaken and strengthen the inner power and wisdom that so dearly wants to be expressed through you. Open yourself to the old ways and witness what magic comes through you. What do I know about my ancestors? What can I learn from them?" Oh, that's an interesting little addition at the end, especially the 6 of Cups. There is something about ancestors being with you at this time, wanting to express something alongside you and through you, in harmony with you. It's something that's going to be really important for your own next stage in life. And I feel like it's really connected to the star card. And there's another deck where the stars, I think it's called Star Nations in the deck, is all about the stars representing or ancestors and like ancestors watching over you. There's something really supportive about this time, that your ancestors are with you and they want to be with you and help guide you at this moment. There's so much waters too, so like, yeah, tapping into your inner knowing. If you have if you see things, like if you have like clairvoyant abilities, you feel like I feel like that's kind of coming through. But claircognizance, clairaudience, clairsentience, these are all things you might want to look into and see if you want to develop that a little bit more at this time. And that's really going to help strengthen you too, because it'll connect you to the vast amount of guidance you have around you. Here too, it looks like mermaid angels around you. They want to give you these messages, but it's going to take you kind of, making the space and putting these like earthly things into the hands of others for a while so that you can do that. Yeah, there's something pretty important about you doing that at this time. Is well, not only important, but like it's going to be fulfilling for you. I really want to, because I mentioned the deck, I want to see a message for you from here. Roots, reconnection. This is all about ancestors. I mean, we started talking about the home, and like, yeah, so whatever's going on now definitely connects back to your roots, your ancestors in some way. Maybe this is like a generational pattern in which like there's always somebody in a role that gets like, that has to take care of everything for everyone, and they sacrifice their own needs. I feel like that's coming through, and you are the person in that role right now, and it's kind of like, you know, it's time for you to like to cut that for your generation line, but also for you. When we search outside of ourselves for belonging, connection, or attachment, we can forget the vast network of power available to us right below our feet. This power has always extended from our ancestors to the earth. Nothing is ever lost. The wisdom pulsing right through our souls. There is potent medicine for you that lives in your blood and bones, waiting to be uncovered. There are many unseen treasures ready to be unlocked as you return to the power of your familial and cultural ties. Within your lineage and bloodline, there is profound beauty, radiance, and inherent knowledge. Very similar to this card, right? I mean, well, that's the whole reason I wanted to pull it, to see if something came through about ancestors, and it did. This is a time of discovery for you. Are there parts of your ancestry that you're ignoring because they don't feel magical or mysterious? Do you feel grief around the fact that you don't know much about your heritage? I can't believe this. You're getting super strong messages to look into your ancestry. So there is something that is, I think maybe some of you might want to go into the DNA sites and like put your DNA up there, because you might have like an ancestor that has already done that, or sorry, a relative who has already done that, and they're kind of just waiting to see who else connects out there. It seems like the timing's really important for that right now. Either that, or also like digging into understanding like land ownership, and maybe some kind of like missed inheritance in your family line. I feel like it's a weird example, but I feel like there's like an urgency because there's a land that's going to be developed, but it's possible that it's just that there was like lost land rights. And so if you do research and you find that like there's some kind of gap in your family owned this land for a while, and then there's like a gap, that there might be something there. I just like, I'm seeing images for that. And I'm feeling an urgency. So yes, if you were thinking of looking into your ancestry, now's the time to do it. I mean, like for fun, of course, but I think you're going to stumble across something important. That's why your intuition is so key, because your guides are going to help you find that right key information with your research on your ancestry. For some people also, that could be medical stuff that's run in your family line. There might be some kind of clarity that comes through with that research. Maybe you have accepted the idea that only certain cultures carry the medicine you need. This card is here to hold a mirror up to the potential of all that lies within you. Your roots matter, and a journey of continued self-discovery awaits. Yeah, and then last example for others, you're going to find that psychic abilities run in your line, and it's going to help explain what you've been experiencing. Probably you've been going through a spiritual or psychic awakening, and wishing you so much support on that. And I hope you can connect. I know if you connect, you will find the answers that you're looking for. Hi Taurus, it's June and let's get a message for you. This is looking so sweet. So this Wheel of Fortune has been coming up several times in other readings too. So there's something really important about the tide turning your way along with other people's way. So yeah, you might want to check out the other readings where you see that coming up. I think there's about 2 other readings. I don't remember the signs, but you might have connections, family or friends or intimate connections in your life. Also getting this Wheel of Fortune card. For you, there's something interesting here. So the 7 of Swords, I'm seeing this in an interesting way. It's kind of about you having the foresight to prepare for something that other people are kind of like, I mean, it's almost like prepper vibes, not like full on, but it's like this. It's like, yeah, like you feel like the need to prepare for some kind of possible scenario that other people kind of don't prepare for. And this is going to be to your benefit. You're right on this one, I want to say. Please let me know in the comments what it is so I can also prepare. Yeah, that's interesting. You're going to be well prepared. You're going to be fine. You're trusting your intuition and your guidance, and it's all for a reason. It's all to prepare you for this. With the King of Cups, it's like, it is like that intuitive, proficiency. It's like you're so cozy, you're so comfy. It's like, yeah, I see this coming. You know, it is what it is. I prepared for it, and like, yeah, it's like that's just normal life to you. It's like, it's almost like you watch the news about like a storm coming, you prepared for it, but like you saw it when other people didn't. So that's the interesting and good news for you. I think there's still some lingering worries though about something you've started. Maybe it's a new job or it could be a new business, and you're not really sure how that's gonna fit into the plans here. So your advice is to not start that yet. Something needs to play out still. Something needs to come to an end. There's some things going on in the background. This is the devil, and it's like there's these hands kind of like playing the puppeteer, pulling the strings. It gives me tower vibes as well. Like there's something external going on, and it's like out of your hands, and you this might be the thing that you already know, like that you're preparing for, and you just have to like let it run its course, basically. Is this specifically in terms of the job or business advice, I wonder? Okay, so we're not being given any answer for that, but that means that I have said what you need to hear. Bear 37. Haven't seen that card yet. I trust in my sacred boundaries is the affirmation. Fiercely protective and finely attuned to the subtle seasonal shifts that cue the call toward hibernation, Bear brings teachings of awareness, preparation, and discernment. With a watchful eye over their offspring, Bear is well known for being uncompromising in their vigilance and always conscious of their resources. Yes. This animal ally works with a nose in the air to sniff out the shifting winds, knowing when it's time to play, plan, or prioritize rest. Really trust yourself on this. You're embodying this bear energy. As a classic character of hibernation, Bear guides you with intentionality to take stock of your needs, asking you to question what you require to fortify the boundaries that serve you best. Yeah, I feel that also with here the King of Cups in like indoors in their domain with the rain going on in the window. It's like they fortified their boundaries and they're safe at home. Now is the time to assess where your time, energy, and resources are best directed. And your prompt is what needs to be taken care of so I can feel safe to rest and replenish myself. Yeah, after that, I'm also seeing the Ace of Pentacles in a way of you taking the initiative, the steps towards cultivating this preparations that you have in mind. It's going to ease your worries. I don't usually read the Nine of Swords this way, but your worries are there for a reason. It's because they're trying to like prompt you to action, to prepare for this thing that's on your mind. It doesn't have to, like I said, it doesn't have to be full on prepper apocalypse status. It could be something like make sure you have a certain amount of savings in the bank, or make sure you get the insurance signed up for. You know, it's just something that's been on your mind, and you know that you want to do it to ease your anxieties and feel safe. Strong vibes of like home, like house coming in. So if there's something you need to do to secure your home situation, like fill out the paperwork, just do that. The Ace of Pentacles is about you like just taking the first steps, and like it's like building it too. So you might not have even started on this thing. You might be actually building your house. Yeah, you might be building a little house, and maybe you've been holding yourself back, not knowing when the right time is, and I think you're really going to feel that June is the right time. There will be something, right, that is external that you're going to have to wait that out and let it end. It could be something like, I don't feel like it's natural. I feel like it's more society-based. So it could be something technical, like you can't start building in this area until, you know, like the administration changes or something like that. It's going to delay you. I see like not very long, but like a few months. Don't be frustrated by that, because it's not going to offset your plans at all. And wishing you so much love on that.